Hello! I did a silly the other day, and for one of my videos the past Wednesday, I did not edit the end of the video, so I quickly pulled that down. And to make up for that, I'm going to do another yarn haul because I had been waiting on this yarn haul anyways, and we're gonna do that because I feel really bad about that. Starting with my Michaels order, I went to Michaels recently after work just because I had a little bit of extra time and I want to get started on my Halloween projects. I bought more of the black loops and thread yarn. The I'm gonna always need this. I should have probably bought more. I don't think it was on sale. That's only why I only bought one skein. So I stocked back up on my black because I was less than a quarter ball left. And like I said, I wanted to start on Halloween projects, so I bought orange. This is the brighter orange. There's two different kinds of oranges. There's like the summer or like the fall orange, which is like great for like making leaves or pumpkins, and I'm not really into the pumpkin side. I'm into the neon side. So I bought this neon orange. I am thinking of putting these two together and making like a beret, but like kind of alternate the colors. I started working on a lime green beret the other day and I ran out of lime green, so I need to go back to Michael's and buy some more. But like I didn't want to do that today, even though I have an extra time. I wanted to come back and do this video, and it's taken me so long to start this video because I'm a sleepy lad and I want to go take a nap right now. Next up, I restocked on my black bamboo yarn. I think I don't remember how much of this I have left. I've been using this yarn a lot because I've been using it for the lace, and lace takes a lot of yarn. And then also, I think I was using it for like some of my embroidery and then some of my stars because I want to do more of the pastel borders around the stars using this black yarn as the base. And so I bought some more of this. This should last me at least a week, depending on how much sewing I want to get done. Sewing. I was just sewing my last video. I meant crochet. How much crochet I want to get done coming up because I do, like I said, want to get started on my Halloween projects. I don't think I want to make a beret using bamboo yarn this year because I've tried it before and it's just become so floppy. Even though I live in Florida with the bamboo yarn, it kind of keeps us cool. I want it to keep its structure without having to put floral wire in it because floral wire is kind of expensive and I want to save that for other projects that I have in the future. And then for the last thing I got at Michael's, I got this crochet thread. In the video that I did last Wednesday, I made like a crochet choker. I might still have a video right here of the outfit. I used a Tencel Hobbii yarn that I've had for a while. It's very, very thin yarn, but because it's bamboo, it doesn't keep its stiffness. And like, although it's very pretty, I think this will keep its structure a lot better. And I want to experiment more with making chokers because I think that was a really cool like way to like enhance my fashion. And maybe eventually I'll start selling some of this work off because I think it's just a really cool like little tidbit of crochet that a lot of us forget because most of us get stuck in the plushies realm because that is what sells the most. Not everybody's into fashion, but more people are into the plushes because like kids and sensory things. So I don't know, I just thought it would be really cool to upgrade my fashion. Moving on to my Hobbii order, I know that what I ordered. I know it's the two skeins of bamboo yarn and one of, I think it's called Flash It. And I really, really hope that I like the Flash It yarn. I wanted to replicate the yarn that I use for my Sparkle Rock bandana because they don't make that Lion Brand yarn anymore. I think it's called Date Nights. And I'm very, very sad that they don't make that yarn anymore because it's a really pretty sparkly yarn. I have a sample of it right here. It doesn't really come across on camera. You can kind of tiny bit see it, but I don't know if maybe if I brought my ring light over. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Not really. But yeah, it's a very sparkly yarn, and I'm hoping that this Hobbii one kind of replicates that too. I bought the blue one. Hold on. Let me just open it. Starting off with the bamboo yarn, this is the soft bamboo double. It's in the colorway burgundy. I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but I haven't been able to ever get this yarn back because they're never in stock with it. And finally, I saw that they were in stock, so I had to get it. And then this, ooh, This is the Flash It yarn. You can really see the color. Yeah, you can see it pick up on the camera for this one. Oh, that's amazing. It doesn't feel the same. It feels much softer than the Date Nights yarn, which I'm also a fan of. It kind of like feels sticky. The other yarn, the Date Nights yarn does. I love the color. I love the shininess of it. But yeah, it has that stickiness texture to it. So far, as much as I've touched this, it doesn't have that. I don't know how many yards or whatever is in this. So it's 80% viscose and 20% metal. And viscose is a bamboo product. I am a big fan of using bamboo yarns. This is going to be so exciting to work up. I might work it up today before I quit the vlog because I don't know how long this video is going to be. I only have like one more box and like I feel like that's still kind of unfair even though it's going to be much easier for me to edit. I might work this up tonight into a bandana. And then if I like it, I'll probably order more soon. Apollo says hi. You want to say hi, bud? That's you. That's you in the camera right there. That's you. You say hi. He's so needy lately, and I think it's because I don't normally talk when I'm home alone. Like, I've been doing the vlogging stuff for a little bit, but only during the day. So he's like, you're home after work. Why aren't you in bed napping? Alright, moving on to the Joann order. This one I've been waiting on for the longest. I don't know what it is about Joann's packages, but they always take so darn long to get here. So I don't remember what I ordered for this. I vaguely remember something with low tad colors, and that's all I remember. I just checked on the inside of the Hobbii bag, and they gave me candy. I don't think I'm gonna eat it because I don't know what's in it. I don't have any allergies or anything. I just don't know what's in it, and I do have like flavor issues with some things. I do have texture issues. I don't think that this is going to give me any texture issues, but I just want to steer clear of it. So, yeah, if you've had the Hobbii candy that comes in the little bag, let me know what flavor and texture it is, because maybe then I'll eat it. My husband wanted a low tag. He just likes the Pokemon because he thinks he's a silly looking guy. So I bought this blue Bernat blanket. It's Bernat Brights. What's the colorway? The colorway is Azul? Royal Blue. It's very... I like the blanket yarn a lot. I don't use it very often because it's harder for me. I had to order it in, basically. So, it's a little bit dirty. They got a little bit of specks. I think it's because it caught some of the other color of the yarn inside the box. But it's so pretty. I like this color blue. Very, very pretty. Then we got the yellow. I think I'm going to use the yellow for something else too. I don't remember what I was thinking. My brain is all fried because I had a work day. This is literally called School Bus Yellow. Is it in the Brights? It's in the Brights as well. This is for his little beak, I believe. And that's about all I remember. I have the pattern pulled up on my computer and I'll probably start working on this tomorrow. I don't know because we have a long week this week. This week we're helping a friend move in. And then also I'm meeting up with another friend on Tuesday, and then I might go out on Sunday to meet up with my in-laws, and I don't know, maybe I overbooked myself, but hopefully my energy levels aren't too low. And the last part of the low tad yarns I got is this baby blanket sparkle. Oh, I got sparkle? I didn't remember getting sparkle. Yeah, I don't think you can see it at all. I can feel it on my fingers. You can kind of tiny bit see it. Yeah, you can't see it in the camera, but this has like a greenish sparkle to it. What's the colorway? It is Limeade Sparkle. This is for the leaf. I honestly, now looking at it in person, I think it's too green. But I don't know if I'm going to sell low tad because it might take up a lot of yarn. And then on top of that, I don't want to get copyright struck by Nintendo because they're kind of brutal. So we'll keep this yarn. I do want to get into like making goth ice creams. I do have a black yarn over there. It's also a Bernat blanket yarn. I did want to use that to make a carpet, or a rug rather. But this would also be really cute to like make a rug out of if I have too much. So I'm glad I got it. It's so soft and it's kind of crunchy because of the sparkle metals in it. So I'm excited to get this project started. The last thing we got from Joann is the Bernat Baby Velvet yarn in black. I think it's just called black, right? baby blackbird. It's kind of grayish, to be honest, but that's all right. I'm not going to use it too much. I'm going to use it just for like the sewing in the ends and the outsides of the stars. And maybe I might go back to my dreamy cloud skyscape idea and use this as the the clouds and the borders of the pastel stars. I had to think about it. I don't want to work this up tonight because I don't want to push myself. I know this week is going to be really busy for me, so I got to be careful with my emotions. But I think I'm going to start working on the dark dreamy sky because in not this coming week. Yeah, this coming week I'm going to release my dreamy sky and my cloud bandana crochet things projects on my Ko-fi. In July I am going to open my Etsy shop. I have it started and I'm putting the projects onto the site very, very slowly, but they're inactive because I don't want to overwhelm myself. But on July 1st, I'm going to drop 5 different things on my Etsy. That way it helps push my products out into the algorithm. And then maybe I'll start seeing sales. Not that I don't trust Ko-fi, but also I don't think other people trust Ko-fi because it's not Etsy. So I will be starting to sell on Etsy soon. I know I'm not hitting that 250 goal that I put on my Ko-fi, but like I do have a large amount of support. I'm very, very happy with the amount of support I've gotten, and I think that I don't need the 250 to start it up because I've already started making everything, and it's kind of cheap to start listing. It's only 20 cents to list an item, and so with me only listing 5 items, I believe that's a whole dollar. My math ain't too good. So only being $1 to list 5 items, I think is a pretty cheap way to do things. And I've also asked my sister-in-law because she's a digital artist. She's an artist in many mediums. Her art leans more to physical art. I don't know how to say it because I went to music school, so I didn't learn that side of art production. So she does do digital art, so she's gonna help me with the design of my logo. I've already talked to her about it. I'm very excited. She showed me one picture and I'm so excited about what she's going to make up in this coming time. So that's coming as well. I'm gonna pay her because even though she's my sister-in-law, it's not fair not to pay an artist. I don't think I'm big enough to give her exposure by any means, so she deserves to be paid well. I'm too tired to put this away right now, so they're just gonna sit in this box until maybe tomorrow. We're gonna use this yarn. Oh, you can even see it here. Oh, this is a gorgeous yarn. I'm so glad I bought it. I hope it doesn't get too expensive. This yarn recommends using a 7mm hook, but I honestly don't think I want to use the 7mm hook. I think it's thin enough to use a smaller one. I think I could probably use like maybe 4.5, 5 max. I don't think I want to go too much lower than that. I think I'm going to do the 5 because I bought a Susan Bates hook for it. I don't think that this is going to give me that much like splitting, even though the end right there has a lot of splits. I think it's good. I don't believe that it's going to be enough to make a bandana, so I think I'm going to make at least one like star barrette and then see where I can go from there. I changed my mind. I want to make a bandana. I think I have enough yarn to make a bandana. If not, I'll rip it, and then after I do that, I will figure out a different kind of pattern. I think I have just enough. By the way, this blue kind of reminds me of like a Star-Spangled Blue. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the blue that you see on July 4th. So if you're into like making July 4th crochet, I think this is the yarn that you want to use. I'm on row 4 and I'm not liking how big these gaps are, so I think I'm going to rib it and then go down to a 3.5, because thinking about it, if I kept it at a 5mm, I'm not going to be able to do the same like bandana pattern that I've been going with the sparkle rack pattern. I'd have to like decrease it and do like the spider web bandana pattern, and I don't want to do that without having the spider webs on it. So yeah, we're going to decrease this, or decrease the size of the hook, rib it, and then I'll get back to you after I hit row 5 again. I think maybe we'll give you another update. I am noticing that those frays at the end of this really like don't like to be riveted or ripped out, I guess. So this keeps on extending. If I do this, it's a lot like cotton or like fabric where clothes where you have like one piece of thread and you pull at it hard enough and your whole shirt will come unraveling. So be careful with that with this. I'm going to cut off the end. I'm hoping that to gradually pick it out of my project because it's all tangled in there at this point. So we're going to cut this off, start at the 3.5, and then go from there. I'm only on row 4, but like, look, that's from the end that frayed out, so be very careful. This is really annoying. I have to cut it and I'm so scared. I'm going to cut into the working yarn, and I mean, I'm probably going to keep this one for myself, just to be honest, because it's my first time making it using this yarn and it's a really, really pretty yarn. So I guess it won't be that big of a deal if I cut it and then have to splice it up. But I don't like that I have to do it. Kind of feels like, you know, it kind of feels like confetti or like the little ribbons on a balloon holder thing. So that's an interesting feeling. But yeah, I gotta cut this. Fingers crossed I don't cut into the working yarn. We're at row 5 and I can already tell I like the 3.5mm hook way more than the 5mm hook. Maybe I'm biased because I like working with smaller crochet yarns. I've always worked with smaller yarns, even when I like, before I picked this back up way back in like, I want to say it was like 2014, 2015. I had one of my friends had bought me crochet thread, but at that time I was starting to lose interest in crochet. I just wanted it to have it, and school was really getting in the way. So, but anyways, I still can't get over how good that looks in camera. Holy cow, that's so pretty. Yeah, so I am going to be able, most likely, to finish this off today. Well, maybe not on, I hope for this video I should. It's only 9:30. I should be good. I don't work till late tomorrow. But that's so pretty. Oh, I guess I could actually talk about the yarn. So it's starting to stiffen up now because, you know, the metal is in it. And even though it has that stiff texture, just like the Date Nights yarn, it doesn't have that stickiness. And I'm very, very happy with that. It just feels like, it kind of feels like a scrubby, not gonna lie. Which I'm sure some people can use this yarn for a scrubby. I think a lot of people probably use this yarn, will use this yarn for like rave clothing. Which I don't blame them because like, look how pretty. I can't get over it. I think it would also look really good like as a witch hat. So I do want to try to make at least one witch hat this fall, not summer, this fall / winter, because I do like enjoy making witch hats. The last time I made a crochet one was, it's been a while since I made a crochet one. I make fabric like sewing ones more recently because I do have an actual pattern, whereas with the witch hats I kind of just make it up as I go. But I think this would be gorgeous. Get him, get him, get him. I'm gonna work this up all the way to the end and then do the little pointy things, the bits at the end, and then I'll get back to you unless I have something else to say in between. Ooh, okay, I forgot to mention, when I was using the 5mm hook, this was squeaking. It wasn't like the loud squeak, but I could feel it squeak, which in my brain makes that squeak sound. You know that like the little power line that's jumping up and down and you can hear it even though it's making no sound? That's what it felt like to me. So with the 3.5mm hook, I'm not getting that squeak. I might get a little bit of like a tension thing because I do have tight tension, I think, but it's not like where I can feel it wanting to squeak, which is very, very nice. As an aside, I am watching Casket Created, and she is doing mock-ups by using like paper wrappers for like birthday presents, and I thought that is so stinking smart. I never thought about that. I have a lot of like paper patterns, and I don't want to keep on using them because it's so much harder to trace them out on fabric for some reason for me. And I think this would be like a really good alternative. And that way, like, she's doing it to make mock-ups so that she can size down the pattern that she's using. And that's just so dang smart. I'm gonna have to do that soon. I'm at row 13 and this is starting to get scary because you can see the little cardboard in there. I think I might have just enough to do the base, but I don't think I'll have enough to do this part. Why do I always forget what it's called? The ribbon? The tie? I don't think I'm gonna have enough for that, which is really unfortunate because I think this yarn was kind of expensive. That being the case, I'm probably not gonna stock up on this, but we'll see. Almost at the end of this. I have at least 5 more rows to do. I know that there's not enough yarn on here. I'm gonna call it quits on this bandana. I am a little bit sad that I'm gonna have to call it quits because I love how shiny that is. I might make these into the barrettes. Kind of sucks because I really wanted to make a beret out of it. A beret. I wanted to make a bandana out of it. It's all right. It's okay. Maybe this one can be one of like the dark sky stars. We'll look into it. I also am not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. I had a full day of work today. I was very, very exhausted from yesterday too because I worked yesterday too, but like I also came home to do a whole bunch of like behind the scenes stuff for my crochet business. And I got really stressed out because I was like, what if this doesn't work? And I was trying to get like 3 different kinds of videos out today. I'm just extra sleepy. So if I finish a star, I'll put the picture right here. If I don't, then sorry. I'm just an extra sleepy lad today. I'm gonna try to still vlog this week. I think I'm going to do, this one's coming out Wednesday, and then I'm gonna film again on Wednesday. I believe I have that day off, so we'll get a better vlog on Wednesday. So thanks for sticking with me. Oh, more on this yarn before I go. This yarn's great. It feels great. It's just not a lot in it, so just be warned that you'll probably have to buy multiple skeins of it. It's going to be very costly to use this yarn, but it's very, very pretty. So bye.